This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Human error. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution. This is the future. Evolution.
Humans, what have you learned?
Hello, everybody. Episode 14 with my brother from another mother, Aeronation. How are you doing, my friend?
Doing good, man. Been playing games and watching gaming news go crazy as it has been the last couple months. And,
It has.
Enjoying the news loop. How you been, man?
Oh, not been too bad. Work, and more work. And chat's kicked off. I tell you, I was watching all that. Obviously, with me and Aero were talking that the whole setup now blots out his audio, so I can't hear him when we've got the countdown on. And it's nice to see chat kicking off. It's definitely
It's time!
Especially when it comes to Apollo and Crow getting on. What is that guy? Dear me, it was bad enough in Battlefield. But yes,
he's
we've
a rascal.
Oh, he is. But we have got quite a few people in chat tonight. Apollo and Crow, Aero. Aero, come on, you had to do that, didn't you?
What can I say?
Iron Balls is in the house. Matt is in there as well. You weren't first this week, were you? Ha 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 ha. But all of you.
Welcome.
There we go. Works when it wants to. But it definitely looks like all systems are go. We've got nice green lights across the board, including on Video Ninja, which is the reason we're late.
It's always something.
Yeah, nothing like a little smoky sign in the top corner of your monitor going CPU overload. So yeah, that was fun. So yes, we've got a little bit to talk about tonight. Let's get my pages up because I have the memory of a goddamn sieve. And according to Aeronation, he's gone down a rabbit hole with the topics that I've thrown in this week.
Yep.
So before we get into all that, does everything sound okay? I sound all right? Because the last time we did this, I sounded like I was slightly dyslexic. Aero got a haircut. Apollo, be nice now.
Yeah.
I got
Not
a
the
haircut.
best, but it works.
I got a haircut. I decided to shave it all off again today. So, yes. What have I been playing other than working? For some reason, I've not gone back to Resident Evil.
Really?
I have been sat playing Disco Elysium. That thing has got its teeth into me. I don't know what it is. Aero, have you played Disco Elysium?
I have not, but I have, it's been in my Epic game. It's just like, what was that game? That is a game you and Red Wolf were telling me that I needed to play last week.
Oh.
Deus Ex.
Yeah, Deus. Oh,
It was not one of those games that I just randomly have in my Epic Games library that I've redeemed at some point.
Have you played it?
I have not.
Dude, you're going to have to live stream that. That game is awesome.
Yeah, I will definitely have to. That's one of the games on the back catalog that needs to get pushed forward, but I just don't have the time for another RPG right now.
Well, the only way to describe Disco Elysium is have you played any of the old point-and-click adventure games?
Well, see, my thing with point and click was the really young games. Like I grew up playing like Pajama Sam, Freddy Fish. I don't know if anyone's familiar with those, but if you grew up in the time for those were great games if you were kids. But
you've probably seen videos on the channel with Broken Sword.
Yeah.
Yeah. So imagine somebody's taken an old style point and click adventure game like that and amalgamated it with an RPG. It is awesome. It's one of them. Once you start playing, you think, oh, I'll just jump on for an hour and then I'll go resi. That hour turns into about 5. So
sounds like me and the Planet Crafter.
Yeah.
I'll definitely have to check it out.
Apollo, you are on form tonight, mate. You really are on form. Oh, dear. What have you been drinking? I'll shrink this down so I can see whether or not I'm cooking my GPU and my CPU.
Okay. Get you an egg and crack it on it, and if it starts bubbling, then you're pushing it too much.
Yeah, well, if you start seeing smoke coming up from about here, because the laptop fans are there, so that'd be funny. But yeah, we've got a bit to talk about tonight. One game is out this week, and I know, Aero, you have jumped down the rabbit hole and you went and played the demo. I haven't. I am waiting until I pick it up on Thursday, and that is Cthulhu: The Cosmic Abyss. Now, on the back of you playing Resident Evil, how do you find Cthulhu?
So immediately, I'm going to say this point blank, the game looks very, very good. They put a lot of time into polishing the gameplay and how it aesthetically looks. And immediately right out the gate, I was like, this kind of has like the same, it's in the same vein of Resident Evil, but it's not Resident Evil. Like for me, I would put it more along the lines of a mix between, from the little bit that I played, I would say aesthetically it's like a mix between Resident Evil and BioShock a little bit.
Oh, nice.
But the little bit that I played, I was exploring, I forget the area I was exploring, but I was exploring an area and they had a bunch of like detective work, which that reminded me a little bit of Soul Suspect, if anybody remembers that game.
Oh, what a game. Damn.
Yeah.
I haven't heard that name for a while.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of that, and I did have a couple of issues. There's a point very early in the demo where you have to move, so the front door won't open, you have to go around, but the way to go around, there's like a little way you can crawl under something, but there's a plant there. I went to pick up the plant, and then it wouldn't give me any option to place it down. Everywhere I tried to put it down, it'd be a red silhouette saying that I couldn't put it there. And I'm like, well, what am I supposed to do with this? I can't carry it. And then I did something, and like I went to a menu or something, went back, and it just fixed itself. Other than that, though, that was really the only like performance issue that I had, which I wouldn't say it's more of a issue with the mechanics.
Could it be a demo glitch?
Yeah, that's what I would
ironed out on launch with a day one patch and all of that lovely stuff. I'm looking forward to it. Obviously, I came about this game. It was, I don't know if you know, there's a channel on YouTube called Enfant Terrible.
I don't think I've heard of them.
I'll send you a link to them. And what they do is they do gameplay trailers, and they also get how do I put it, tech demos like RTX, where they've got, here's Resident Evil, the first 40 minutes with all the bells and whistles turned on, and Cthulhu just appeared, and I was like, ooh, I like my type of your Frogwares kind of games with Sherlock Holmes, what's the other one, the Sinking City, and them kind of games. I love the mythos behind Cthulhu, so to actually see a fully underwater horror, kind of like thank you, I'll happily take that, because there are some images in the game, even in the trailer that I've shown on the channel. It's a case of they're a little bit, how do I put it, shocking. And it's coming up again. There we go. CPU overload. Let's just turn that down to, let's go to about there. See if it plays ball. Where's my task manager? Actually, that doesn't matter. The joys of streaming.
Yeah, I think the underwater is what made me really think of BioShock, because obviously the first one is an entire underwater civilization, essentially.
Yeah. And I know what's overloading my CPU, and it won't go away.
Is it me?
No. It's not the Oracle client. What's not the Origin client? It's is it part of GOG? You know, their launcher.
Oh yeah, GOG Galaxy.
Yeah, the Galaxy thing runs in the background consistently, even though I haven't got the app open. So yeah, that's the CPU not on fire. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this Cthulhu. I think it's going to be an interesting game. I will bring a review. It'll probably be reviewed before Resident Evil is. I might just give that up as a bad job and just give you. I might just give a score here right now on what I think of RE9. If I was to score it after I think I've got up to, what is it, Leon's third. Just before, obviously, I watched your stream, so I know that there's a tyrant in it. No spoil, it's Resident Evil. There's always a tyrant, so it's not a spoiler. I've just got up to the bit after killing the spider, and I actually think that whole open world section in Raccoon City is actually pretty cool.
Yeah, I like that.
The on the rails motorcycle chase, not so much. I thought that was a bit very 2000s.
Yeah, a little out of place.
Yeah, I don't know. But I'd score it probably 8.5. I know Mag scored it higher because the guy he's a Resident Evil shill. He really is.
He eats, sleeps, breathes Resident Evil.
Oh, he does. For him to have done, 5 or 6 playthroughs of that game, I'm like, really?
Wild.
Dude, no. I have to go to work and look after children and look after my partner, and so yeah. But I have noticed that 78 Inc. and Seth Monsters are in the house.
Oh, what up, boys?
Welcome.
Yes, they snuck in the door while I was too busy trying to not set my house on fire. But yeah, Cthulhu, if you're into anything horror related, as Aeronation's just said, the demo's pretty good. I know 78 Inc. has got his eye on it, because that's we were talking about that when we were trying to play Battlefield.
Attempting.
Yeah, I don't know what was going on there. That was weird.
Chalk it up to a weird server issue.
You all blamed me.
Because you were the only one that had issues to play with anybody else.
Yeah,
no problems. You.
Blame the Xbox player. Talk about feeling out of place in the lobby. PC, Xbox.
But were you about to wrap up?
Yeah, there's not really much more other than it's out on the 16th of April, which is this Thursday, which is probably how I'm going to segue into the next topic. And that is Metro 2039. And that is the biggest shock I've had all week, because I just thought they were just going to drop a trailer. Yeah, there you go. Metro 2039. Have fun with it. No. They're doing another goddamn Xbox showcase event for Metro 2039. And I'm just like, where's this come from? So what have you heard about all of this era?
So I literally opened up Twitter, I think it was yesterday, and saw the advertising and everything for it. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I'm glad the people that like Metro are getting a new game. And then now I'm starting to hear that it's not just Metro, or maybe I misheard, but I'm hearing it's another like mini showcase.
Yeah, it from what I've read, it's a showcase. According to what I've got here on Xbox Wire, this Thursday, April 16th, they will be debuting at Xbox First Look Metro 2039. So obviously this thing's going to drop into Game Pass. There's not a chance in hell they're going to put all of this effort in. With 4A Games and Deep Silver. Now, that is just your developers of Metro. So I don't know, is there going to be anything else happening on Thursday, or is it just purely a Metro deep dive?
Yeah, it sounds like with the way they're wording it and everything, with them naming it First Look, I would assume that it would be like the back end of like a developer direct that they do, like, you know, when they did, I think was it last month they did one?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's basically actually it's more like how they do it like Summer Games Fest, where they have their showcase, and then it's like, oh hey, there's a deep dive on Game X at the end of it. I think this is just that end segment.
I'm interested to see what it is, because I've played all of the Metros, obviously Metro 2033, Metro Last Light, and Exodus. Exodus was chef's kiss of a game. But I don't know where they're going to take it because it's based on novels, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
Here it says here, iconic novels of Dmitry. I'm not even going to try and butcher that. I'm not even going to try. Glukhovsky, I'm going to assume that's what it says. But I'm looking. Is it something that you got your eye on now that they've dropped the? Here you go. We're going to be getting another Metro game. Is it something that you're going to pick up?
So I actually bought the last Metro game. I want to say like 6 months ago or something. And I've dabbled in it, but I haven't really sunk my. It's not one of those games where I've heard the fanfare around it. I've heard people talking about, hey, this is a really good game, but I haven't put enough time in it to say yay or nay I like the series or not.
Yeah. The only way to describe Metro is, have you played Stalker?
Have I tried Stalker yet? I can't remember if I did. It wasn't a very long amount of time.
Well, that's a name I've not seen in the chat for a while. Hello, Emperor Hound. How are you, my friend?
Welcome.
What up, Emperor?
Yeah, Emperor is in the house. It's been a while since he's been in the chat. I've seen him in on X&C and bouncing around on Madcast every now and then. But welcome to the show. You've not missed much. We've been talking about Cthulhu, the Cosmic Abyss, which is out on Thursday, and now we're talking about Metro. It's definitely a horror-themed show tonight. Well, up to this point. It's not going to be all horror. Well, that depends if you like Call of Duty. But Stalker and Metro are very similar. Obviously, Stalker's more your RPG. If you want to know how and go down a really, really deep rabbit hole, go and have a chat with Red Wolf, because the guy eats, breathes, and sleeps when he's on it, walks around everywhere, and they're really, especially Stalker 2, it's such a deep RPG mechanics to it. Very, very deep. To the point where it's like energy drinks to get through certain puzzles, and it's a really good game. If you've not played it, if anyone in chat hasn't played it, go and play it. But Metro, they're more story driven, but the stories are. I think the first couple of games, I think it was Last Light. First Light. That's what we were talking about in a bit. It was very claustrophobic, the first two games, because you're in the underground railway tunnels. You've got mutants. You've got factions that are trying to kill you as well. If you have Aero, you've got, mate. I'm going to keep adding games to your list that you need to play, mate.
This guy's literally looking at me and going, "Oh, you have a backlog?
Yeah,
let's double it."
Yeah, let's throw a few more in there. What's going to happen? Not a lot. You're like me. You've got a back catalogue like this, and you're like, no.
And every day it gets even longer and longer.
Yeah. Oh, mine. It's just I've still got Resident Evil. So as I said, if anyone didn't catch it, I'm going to give it an 8.5 because I, honest to God, have not had time to sit down and even fathom notes for a review on that game. But I will be doing one for Cthulhu, so that will be coming in the next. I'll give it a week. Give it a week's worth of play before I delve into a review on that.
But
are you tuned in on? Oh, go on, Aaron.
I was going to say before we get sidetracked again, this is like my only time to like segue into it. I actually played the Pragmata demo yesterday, and that's a game that I am definitely going to be playing at some point. I am very interested. I love the combat in it, and the reason I bring it up because it is also a Capcom game.
Oh, it's not something I've ever looked at. Tell people in chat and people watching after the fact, if anyone jumps in to watch the show, let them know what Pragmata is all about.
So Pragmata, the thing that really got me interested in it is the gameplay loop for combat encounters. So you can just shoot the enemies if you want to, but you're not going to do a whole lot of damage, and you have very, very limited ammunition for your weapons. So the combat is actually driven by hacking capabilities, which is what the little girl that's on your back can do. So if you successfully hack an enemy, you do like way more damage with your shots. You also have another little gun that basically acts as a stunning mechanic. So if they are a big enemy and they can move quite quick and you can't get out of the way, you can actually stun them to give you a little bit more time to hack them, and then your damage just like you're taking out decent sized enemies in like 3 or 4 hits.
Wow. It's not something that's ever jumped on my radar. I know it's a Capcom game, and obviously I love my Resident Evil, but I don't know. I don't know if it's something that's... It's a weird direction for Capcom.
Well, another weird thing that makes it weird for a Capcom game, you can jump.
Excuse me?
You can jump.
Wow.
Not only can you jump, and then you have like a hover mechanic.
Wow. There's only one thing on my soundboard for that.
Unfreaking believable.
Yeah, it caught me by surprise. Like, I played the demo last night. I'm probably going to run through the demo again before it comes out, because I'm like, why? Because I was interested in it because I saw Capcom, and me being a newer Resident Evil fan, I'm like, okay, I'm cautiously interested in that. And then I literally just last night booted it up, and I'm like, I'm hooked.
It's nice when a game gets you like that, though. This is what I mean. I'm having the same thing with Disco Elysium. Started it up. I know it's an old game. It's an old PC game. But obviously, if you've not played it, it is on Game Pass. So go and check it out if you've got a Game Pass subscription. But it's just, when you start playing a game, you think, I'll be fine. I can just jump in and out of this. And then all of a sudden you're like, no, I just can't play anything else until I know what's going on. Obviously, Pragmata is definitely going to be up there for you in that regard. So,
yep.
Bloody hell. It's all gaming this year is just going to be nuts because we've got a big year to look forward to.
Well, I was going to say, the thing is, we got Pragmata this week. We got Mouse PI for Hire this week. And that's just this week. We haven't even gotten to May, and May is when the rubber really meets the road.
Yeah, we'll be talking about one of the games that, well, it's coming out in May, just not for a specific platform. But one game you have forgotten about that's out now, and you can download it onto your Xbox or use PC Game Pass to play it, and that's Replaced. That is now out to play. It is downloaded on my Xbox, so there's me going, oh yes, I'm playing Disco Elysium. I'm probably going to end up starting Replaced and not play Disco Elysium. So I'm going to be bouncing. I think I've got like 5 games on the go at the moment.
Yeah, I'll have to look into that one. I haven't heard much on that one.
The only way to... CPU again. Here we go. Let's go hunting. Let's go hunting for something I don't need. With me, guys. This is fun, this.
Yes, 78. I do already have a dictionary full of games to catch up on. Thank you for reminding me. And I hang out with you knuckleheads, and then y'all add even more stuff that I should already played.
Right. That should free up some memory. Go away. That's it. Yes. There goes my antivirus.
Nope.
Turning it all off. Death Monsters in the chat. He's playing Hades 2. No, not my kind of game.
I did hit Game Pass today, though, for anyone interested in that.
They're doing... I'll tell you now, Asha's definitely firing on all cylinders, and as it ties in with this whole Metro reveal on Thursday, she's not putting the big guns down. She's definitely on...
She's not playing around.
No. You only have to, if you were watching XNC last night, sending out all of these parcels to big content creators, not as mere folk at the bottom of the pecking order, but fair dues. It kind of reminds me of the 360 era with the way she's going with it.
Yeah, I was literally going to say that because, we haven't seen Xbox go this hard on fans and, fan service and just giving us information since the 360.
It's really, I'm getting really excited for Helix, and I've got a funny feeling we're going to be seeing it this year. I think we are going to see what this thing is what it looks like. It's going to be revealed. We don't know when. I don't see Summer Showcase. I think that's too early. I know you're kind of going more Game Awards.
I was thinking more of that, maybe doing like a 10-15 second teaser somewhere within Summer Games Fest, and then doing a more traditional reveal sometime around the Game Awards, or right around that time period.
Yeah. I'm thinking more the 25th anniversary. It just makes so much sense to just drop this new console. There you go. This is what you're going to be getting same time next year. Because I think it's going to be a November release 2027.
Yeah, my thing, I would like for them to get away from doing the late fall console releases. I mean, look at Nintendo. They haven't released a console in the fall/holiday season in how many generations now? And they've taken off. So why are these console manufacturers pushing everything to the end of the year instead of lining things up with their fiscal years?
Could it be to do with the fact of Nintendo class their consoles as toys? They look at it as it's just a toy. They're always marketed that way. They've always looked at it as just, here you go. We're going to market this console or whatever they want to call it, but we're going to have some weird and wacky peripherals that are going to attach to it, like a fishing rod or something stupid, because it's Nintendo and they definitely have something growing in the basement. I don't know. Sony have always done late fall, early winter releases for their consoles. Could Microsoft kind of skip the trend?
Well, the thing... Oh, go ahead.
No, go. No.
I was going to say, too, I mean, if you think about it, though, it used to make sense for these consoles to come out in the fall time because that's when all the heavy hitter games came out. Now we're getting AAA games year round now. So what's the... Like, I get the understand from the business side, release it right before a holiday, right before, holiday season to get mass market appeal. But what if that's not cutting it anymore? Just like how AAA games have went from being September to November to, okay, well, we can just put it out any time. If it's a good game, people will buy it.
That's a good point. Didn't really think of it like that, because if you think previous generations have survived off third-party titles, you've never had many flagship games from, obviously, first party, because the way to look at it is first party back then didn't exist in a sense, because you got to think Gears of War wasn't a first party title. Everyone thinks, it's an Xbox game. It was designed by Epic.
It's like Sunset Overdrive.
Oh, yeah. And what a complete mess up that was, Phil Spencer. You missed out on an awesome studio when it came to Insomniac. Oh.
Yeah, can you think about it? Instead of playing Spider-Man or Spider-Man 2, we could have already had the sequel to Sunset Overdrive.
Yeah, we could have. Yeah, that's a good point. But we could have also ended up with Spider-Man as being an Xbox exclusive. So,
well, that was a separate issue where Xbox really dropped the ball with that deal with Marvel that they passed on.
Yeah, they definitely have fumbled the ball. But with everything going on with what we've been talking about, we've got this Metro going to be announced at an Xbox event on Thursday. You've also got the Helix packages, and she's hyping this up. She is on all cylinders. You've got the new dashboard updates coming out, and some of them, I know, I found it funny, was watching X&C Colts. Oh yeah, they've just made it pretty. It's a start. That's all you need. Start.
And a lot of people don't realize too that the fact that she's gone this hard this quickly into her being there. Imagine what's going to happen a year, 2 years, 3 years from now when she really has her teeth in the company and she can really finally start connecting all these dots that clearly Phil and Sarah couldn't.
I think Phil he'd lost his teeth. I think
he
just
lost his
got,
hunger for it.
yeah, I think he was ready to retire at least 2-3 years ago. I reckon
Yeah.
he was just gliding, because the other article that I found today, obviously not pulled it up for the show tonight, is they're supposedly, now I think this came from Jez Corden, they're starting to Microsoft are easing off with Xbox. They're going to start letting them innovate more and design new things. So could we be seeing a complete reboot for Xbox going forward? What do you think?
I will say this, Asha, if for some reason you watch this, no Kinect 3.0. No, we're done with motion.
I enjoyed the Kinect. I stood in a line at midnight to get my Kinect. It was good. You could turn your console on without having to get up off the sofa. It was brilliant. Other than that, there wasn't much use for it. The only, actually, I'll tell you that, take that back. There was one good thing about Kinect, and that is, obviously, I like my horror games. Everyone knows that. Not that I like playing them. It's kind of like a torture thing, you know. But Alien Isolation on Xbox with a Kinect connected was hell. Because it actually used the goddamn microphone. And the amount of times my kids would walk into the room, that was it. Dead.
It was over.
Yep. Game over. So it had its perks, but yes, we definitely don't need a new one. Not in the slightest.
No. We just need good hardware and good games, and the two need to complement each other.
Now, you've dabbled with VR. I've watched a load of your streams. Do you think that we are going to get third-party support on the Helix for VR?
See, that's tricky, because this would be, what, the second or third time Microsoft has tried to get into the VR, AR scene in some capacity or another. I mean, I think it was, what, back when the Xbox One X came out, they were pushing they had all the little symbols and logos and everything on certain games for compatibility with, I forget what their AR headset was called, but they had all that branding everywhere.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
then just one day it just all poof, gone. Doesn't exist.
Isn't that the one that they showcased on stage with Minecraft?
Yep. I forget.
That would have been awesome. They should have released that.
Just like they should have released a super duper texture pack for Minecraft like 6 years ago, like they said they would. I didn't forget Microsoft.
I hate Minecraft. The film was good, but the game itself, no. But chat is definitely, it's firing tonight. What do we got?
Asha's on all cylinders, and now the chat's on all cylinders.
Oh yeah, I'm not used to this. It's flowing. Seth Monsters, if you listen to Jez, he explicitly says that unless he publishes it in Windows Central, he's got no basis for fact behind it. I know he said it in a podcast. I think it was actually on Xbox 2. I don't watch it because I can sleep perfectly okay. So I don't need to watch that. I have tried to watch that podcast, and no. I actually might start putting that on for my missus at bedtime.
Yeah.
Like 6 hours of go to sleep, dulcet tones. But yeah, I understand if he hasn't got anything to back him up, but it makes perfect sense what he's saying. That is, I know he hasn't got the facts, but when Jez says something, 9 times out of 10, when he says something on a podcast, you can guarantee within a couple of weeks' time, they announce something.
It'll start getting confirmations, and next thing you know, all these other industry insiders start coming out of the woodwork. They're like, oh, well, actually, yeah, he was right.
But I've just noticed as I'm scrolling through chat here, because I'm literally, Aaron knows what I'm doing with regards to Video Ninja, and that I am got my task manager opening. I'm literally, if you see my eyes bouncing around as I'm watching the green light here and a green light here, yeah. It's like a nuclear power plant in this room at the moment. I haven't even got my heating on. It's that warm. So I definitely need to do something about a streaming PC, and very, very soon. But I've noticed Brandon's in the chat.
Welcome.
I know. I always catch you out there, don't I, Aero? Trigger finger on that. 78 Inc. Xbox could allow the Meta Quest to function with the Helix. They have already implemented Gamepass on the Quest. There you go.
That is true. I forgot about that because they were, I think, that was shortly after they started really investing in like Game Pass as a cloud. That was like right when they started putting that on the Meta Quest. So it would make sense, but I got a feeling it would be more of an agreement than it's definitely happening. Like money's going to change hands for it to happen.
Yeah, I've got a feeling she's going to. As much as they've come out and said that they weren't given a blank checkbook, I've got a feeling she's got a massive budget to play with.
Oh, yeah.
Obviously we were talking about Metro. They've money had that. That is going to be on Game Pass. That's going to be exclusive for at least 6 months. Because that also dropped in the news this week. I've kind of thrown you a little bit, Aero, because I give you the small topics list, but a lot of them are all intertwined with the gaming news in the week. But it's this whole exclusivity. Have you seen it doing the rounds on Twitter?
Yep, I have, and I actually have been thinking about that.
So have I. Personally, one of the topics, the main topic for tonight is obviously Call of Duty.
Yep.
For me, COD's never going to go exclusive. Never going to happen. No. Make too much money, it prints it.
Forza, legalities.
Yeah. Forza. Obviously, we got Horizon coming out soon. That's never going to go exclusive. It sold way too many copies on PlayStation for them to go, we'll put that back on our console. I think this is going to be the tweet, well, not a tweet, it's another thing that Jez Corden said. I know there's quite a few articles going around about it. I think they're going to keep a lot of their third-party partnered titles as exclusives, such as Metro. I think that's where they're going to go. She's going to nail it and go, right, single-player games, Gears of War, be prepared. I've got a feeling that might be at least a 6 months exclusive because there was no sales for Gears Reloaded. What do you think?
I can see that, but I think they painted themselves into a corner. They can't go full exclusive, but they can't keep going on the course they're going now. I think the healthy medium is going to be 6 months to a year, and then you'll get your PS5 version or you'll get your Switch version. Yeah. And that's how it's going to, no matter what they do, they're going to piss some type of group of people off. I think this would be the healthy medium ground for them to start out at.
Yeah. I think it's going to be one of them. I think they're going to just be per game. It'll depend on what it is. Multiplayer games, obviously, put a multi-platform. Everyone gets to enjoy them. But if you want to drive people into playing on the new Xbox, whatever the hell they call it, it's not going to stay as Project Helix. As much as I know, Mag was like, it's a good code name. It's not going to stay as Helix. They'll have some. They're probably going to. Well, hopefully they're not going to cock that up. But they will. Yeah, they will. It's Xbox. Yeah, they haven't fallen on a rake yet, so they've got a big one coming.
Maybe that's the big rake is the name.
Oh. Yeah.
Bring back Xbox 720.
Just, as I keep saying, just call it Xbox.
Yep, go back to basics. This is a new start for the company.
As I think I think it was it in Discord? I think it was. And 78 Inc. and you guys are like on fire in Discord. I can't keep up half the time. I open it up and I was like, what? Where am I? But it was the whole, what was you talking about? The full circle. Because there's this interview that's gone around with one of the co-designers of the original Xbox stating that now this is what we were planning all them years ago. It's now coming to fruition. Honestly, I've been saying it for ages. It's a full circle. And I think they're just, Ash is just going to go reset. You're going to get 6 to 12 month exclusives for single player titles. You're going to have your COD multi-platform. You're going to have your Forza multi-platform, but they've got to drive the consumer to the console, because she's all about the console.
Well, but also too, though, you also got to remember too that a lot of younger people, especially kids, are drifting further and further towards cloud gaming, opposed to having a physical device to play games natively. And the better that gets, it's going to be a tug of war between hardware and cloud.
Yeah, well, as we were talking behind the scenes before we started, it's like the whole GeForce Now and stuff like that, because I've used it. Yeah, I am an advocate because I think it is an absolutely awesome service, unless you try and cancel it, NVIDIA. You screwed me out of a month. You charged me for it, then put me on a free one. But no, the actual cloud gaming itself, I honestly think that once we have got to a point where everyone's firing on the same hymn sheet, we're not going to need a console. Consoles, it'll be a USB stick that you plug into your TV and just attach a controller to it.
Yep. And
I don't see it being that far off. I don't see many more console generations, if I was to be perfectly honest. Another 2?
I'd be surprised. It wouldn't surprise me if the console generation after this one goes hard in on cloud, but also offers some type of native hardware to make people want to get the actual physical hardware instead of just, I can just get Game Pass or I can get PlayStation Plus and I can just stream everything.
It's a weird future for gaming. It really is.
Yeah.
But all I can say is I am happy that Xbox is firing on all cylinders. I'm over the moon that they are getting out of this dark spell that they've been locked in since the Series consoles were announced. Hats off to Phil. The guy saved the brand, but Asha's the future.
Yep.
It's just the way it's going to go. But yeah, Metro 2039. We did go off on a bit of a tangent, but hey ho, it is what it is. That's what makes the shows good. Announced on Thursday, and it's 10 a.m. Pacific, 1 p.m. Eastern, and 6 p.m. in the lovely, not so sunny UK. So yeah, go and check that out if you're interested in Metro 2039. I'm going to be watching it. I want to see what it looks like, because
I'll take a gander at it.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be an interesting year for gaming. But yeah, enough with the old Xbox, because we're going to be slating them again in a minute. 007. Are you going to be playing it, Aeronation?
Oh yeah, the last gameplay trailer they showed, was it the last state of play that they had?
I think so.
That they showed, I don't know why, but it literally just reminded me of the old school ones from the PS2, like Agent Under Fire. Loved that game growing up, and it just looks like a return to form.
Keep chatting. I'm just shutting the task down.
But
I'm
yeah,
going to be sweet talking my missus tomorrow. Can I borrow some money?
But it looks like they're finally figuring out how to blur the line between a good James Bond story and a good James Bond game, which they haven't been able to do in a while. Especially if any of you remember 007 Legends from the 360 PS3 era.
Oh, that's an old one, that one. I haven't heard. I think I've played all of the 007 games. But it's been a long time since I played a decent one. I think the best one I played was that last one that they used Pierce Brosnan's likeness in, which was a standalone game, had no movie tie-in, and that was absolutely awesome. But for the life of me, I can't remember what it's called. Chat, if you know which one it is, it's the one where there's a motorcycle scene and you slide in under the tanker. Oh, 78.
What console generation?
360. I'm running out of things to close down on my task manager.
That might have been Legends.
No, I don't think it was.
No, Legends was a collection of all of them, not just
Yeah.
one specific.
But I'm going to be playing it. I'm looking forward to it. I've watched a 25-minute on that same website, not website, that same channel that I was telling you about, that Infant Terrible, or however you pronounce it. They had a 25-minute gameplay trailer. And if you like how do I put it? If you like Hitman, you're going to love this game. But it's definitely a lot more story-driven than previous entries of Hitman, because the world of Assassination is not story-driven at all.
It's like a Doom game, but instead of it being just run and gun, it's stealth-based.
Yeah. Don't need that. Get rid of that one. Keeps going up. Come on, disappear, CPU overload. But I've just noticed K-Rock's in the house. Hello, my friend.
Welcome.
Got in there before your aero again. Trigger finger, mate. It's definitely just keep seeing CPU overloaded. But does the stream look all right to everyone in chat? Because if it is, I'm just going to ignore that it's telling me it's overloading my CPU. Let me know.
I'm not noticing any dips or anything. I think there's an occasional stutter, but it's not, unless there's something going on with the audio. Looks good to me.
Yeah, let us know, chat, because this is all experimental on a 5-year-old gaming laptop. So, yeah, get rid of that and that one as well. Oh, access denied. I can't shut that one. I can shut that one, though.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah, 78 saying everything looks good.
Oh, brilliant. That's all I need to hear. But it's definitely... Hang on. No, my laptop's not feeling hot. There might not be much cooling paste left on my CPU after this, though. But, yeah. The issue with James Bond, obviously, it's out on May 27th. But if you are a Switch owner, you are not going to be getting it anytime soon. I don't even think they've announced when.
Nope, they just said summer, later this summer, which if I had to take a wild guess, I would say if they're having to push it to late summer, at the earliest, I would say end of July, beginning of August.
Do you reckon it could go further than that, though?
I could see them pushing it out to like maybe early September, but if it gets pushed any further back than that, with how stacked this fall is, that's not gonna be good.
No. It's one of them. Could it be issues with developing on the Switch?
Potentially.
Because they are pushing that handheld to its limit. Obviously, we know Cyberpunk 2077 will run on it. But it's got to be a limit to how far you can push that.
Well, from what I understand, they haven't even fully implemented everything that they can with DLSS, which I know it's not going to make a massive... We're not talking about going from stuttery 30 FPS to locked 60, nothing like that. But a couple extra frames here, maybe going from low-ish to medium settings with the graphics.
I don't know. But either way, this is only a short topic anyway, because there's not really much information on it other than if you're a console player and you own a PlayStation or an Xbox, you're going to be playing it on May 27th anyway, so it's not really an issue. But yeah, if you were waiting for it on your Switch, you got a little bit longer to wait, and nobody knows when.
Yep.
But that ties us over onto another potential delay, and that is... Fable. The rumor is it's going to be delayed because of Grand Theft Auto and this massively stacked end of the year. What do you think, Aeronation? Do you think we are going to lose Fable for 2026?
So I actually need a little bit more information before I'm in one camp or the other, because I was into it's coming out 2026. I'm not changing my mind, but now it's. There's a lot of stuff coming out. How many games is Xbox sitting on right now that are supposed to come out this year that don't have release dates?
Loads.
You
I
really want
can't
to
put a number on it.
You really want to take one of your biggest dormant IPs that people are waiting on and try to shoehorn it in between all that stuff and COD and GTA?
Yep. It's a tight-packed year But obviously, they have come out and stated that they are not backing down on their release window. I know that Mag and Colt were trying to figure out what month fall starts on X and C. Two old guys trying to figure out how old they are there. But I can see them squeezing it in. I really can see them squeezing it in. But it's whether or not they do it before or after GTA. That's the bit that worries me. Because if you put it in too early, you're going to have fans fall off and go play GTA. Every gamer on the planet potentially is just going to drop off every title. You watch your Fortnite players disappear. Your Call of Duty players will just vanish. Everyone's going to be playing Grand Theft Auto in November.
Yep.
Do you think they should bring it out for Christmas?
Honestly, my opinion's literally changed in the last like 30 seconds. But no, I think from a from a fan standpoint, I can understand why they would want to lock in on this year with all the delays and is it even coming out? Is it dead? Is it alive? What's going on? But I really think that game, if it's as good as they're saying it is, they just need to bite the bullet and let that be the one that falls on the sword for next year.
Yeah. It's one of them, isn't it? It's the caught between the rock and a hard place, and it's all down to Grand Theft Auto.
Yep.
This behemoth that we are going to be getting at the end of the year. Personally, I've said countless times, I'm not hyped for it. I am not hyped for it any way, shape, or form. It's not interesting. It's not that it's not interesting. It's just a sheer fact of there's just too much to play. And I don't think I've got enough time to sink into GTA, especially with what they're doing.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, I was super hyped about it when that first trailer dropped, and it's just over time, like, am I excited for it? Depends on the day. But is it one of those games where I'm, like, chomping at the bit to play it the second it comes out? Not really. Like, it's one of those games where, like, you jump in, it's a lived world. You could do that at any point.
Yeah.
And you don't need to get it day one.
I don't know. It's one of them. I'm just seeing it in the corner of my screen. It's still saying CPU overloaded. I give up. I don't think.
And we got Red Wolf in the chat.
Yes, I have just seen that Red Wolf is here. Hello, my brother.
Welcome.
And he is stating, "Hey gents, I think I will be putting the live show on short hiatus to work things out behind the scenes. If you got to do what you got to do, my friend. I appreciate you all tweeting out every Tuesday, but feel bad when I have to cancel. Don't worry about it, mate.
It's all good. It's part of Podcast Tuesday.
Yeah.
If you can, you can. If you can't, you can't. Is what it is. We're just happy that we can promote. We have a whole day we can promote a whole bunch of people doing stuff.
Yeah. At the end of the day, you got to do what you got to do, and the way that I'm pushing this laptop, I may not be on. It is definitely getting. I'm not
the
trying.
Sweet talk is coming.
Oh, yes, the sweet talk's definitely coming. Where's the settings for this? Right, let's just turn this down just slightly. See what it does. Turn it down to 3.5. If anyone's used Video Ninja, you literally unless you've got a computer that has no bottlenecks or anything like that, the image quality may drop. Oh, there we go. It's turned down. So, just to let you know, we're going to ask the question: does everything still look good? Oh dear, it's all fun. Yeah, it looks. My OBS is looking good. I'm getting a little bit of stutter, but that's because it's just trying to melt my CPU.
Yeah.
So it's one of them. That's why these guest spots. I'm going to try and sort something out before the showcase if I can, because then at least when we're watching the showcase, we're not going to have any, because that will probably kill the laptop. But yeah, Fable. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep, same.
I apologise to anyone who watches this after the fact when you've got me kind of going quiet and I'm here clicking things. As I've said, this is all fun and games, spinning plates. But yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It's got British humour, right up my street. I loved the original. Well, I didn't play the first Fable. Played 2 and 3. 3, yeah. 2 was absolutely amazing. I'm interested to see what PlayGroundGames does with this. But for me, with what's gone on with Forza and watching Colt Eastwood's preview that he did, maybe delay it and go into 2027, because by the sounds of things, Horizon's not going to look that pretty on launch.
Yeah, saying I don't think I've watched Colt's video yet. I actually watched Paris's video on it, and I chalked it up to his capture card, because he even said in his video, he's like, oh yeah, my capture card was acting weird. I couldn't get another one. And I thought that, I took it as a grain of salt of, okay, well, this is just, he's having issues, it's not the game. But you're saying that the game just doesn't look that great.
Yeah, I've got a feeling they're pushing the Forza. It's because both of them are being done on Forza Tech engine, aren't they?
I believe so, yeah.
I think they're pushing that engine. I think that's getting to the end of his life. I can see your next Forza, what, Unreal Engine?
That would explain why they pulled, what was it, Turn 10? Maybe that was why they stopped production on DLC and content for the last Motorsport, because the engine is such a hassle to work on that they needed all hands on deck just to get this to the finish line.
I think we are going to start seeing a lot of Xbox first-party titles jumping onto UE5 in the very near future, because you've obviously Halo's jumping over to UE5.
Yeah, I was going to ask that, because I thought I heard something about Halo going forward. Like I think they're like completely ditching Slipspace.
Yeah, Slipspace. You will not see Slipspace again. That is this whole remake of Halo 1 is fully Unreal Engine 5. I know I read an article that stated they've stripped a load of assets from Slipstream and put them into UE5.
Yeah.
But I think all these engines we've all grown up with, especially, well, obviously I'm a lot older than a lot older than Aero. Might not look it, this pretty face, but we've all grown up with these engines. Slipstream, God, I can't think of any off the top of my head. Most of them have gone. Nobody uses them anymore.
Yeah.
I can see it being either they go down the road of building a brand new engine, whether or not Microsoft would ever let them fund that, because that's a long, tedious process of building from the ground up. I can see all games going to UE5, because I think the AAA space, especially for me, playing a lot of indie titles, is showing these AAA developers as like, hang on a minute, these guys are like 3 guys in their basement making a game, and there's no frame drops. It looks awesome, but we can't push anything out of the gate that works straight off the bat.
Too many hurdles to jump through.
Yeah. So I think, if my honest opinion, would the Fable delay it till 2027, because I'm just going by what I saw in Colt's video, and it didn't look pretty. There was no ray tracing at all in any way, shape, massively. There was no, I think Colt said there was no ray tracing in Windows. There was no reflections. Wow. Like, really? And this game's coming out. How long until Forza comes out? What? How many weeks? It's a matter of weeks, isn't it? Is it May? Is it May?
Yeah, May 19th.
So what? A month away. 4 weeks. Yeah. And they've got no ray tracing on Windows. There's no civilians in the middle of Tokyo. Really? You show me any video of downtown Tokyo with no people in it.
So, actually, speaking of that, I actually just randomly remembered something I saw in one of their videos that they put out. they have been trying to figure out how to have pedestrians in Forza without having to worry about collisions and stuff between the vehicles and the pedestrians. So I think they've tried to find a way to make it look like there's more people, but you're not going to see people crossing the roads and stuff like that.
Yeah, I can understand that, but put in more of a crowd. Because from what I've seen, it just looked a bit, yeah. And if this is how they are struggling with Forza, as I've said, they're going to struggle with Fable. Because it's the same engine. I personally think, just delay it. Grandpa Barbecue, Aero's typing faster than I can get to my soundboard. Welcome, brother. And now
Trying to show me up, I have to
yes, yeah, you
let
just,
people know.
You just caught me out there, but I'll give him one anyway. But, yeah, Fable delay. Yeah. If they do release it in 2026, is it going to get eaten? That's the question.
Yeah, because even if they put it out in like September, that gives them what, 2 months, a 2-month buffer.
Yep.
Who's really going to play through the entirety of Fable in 2 months?
Nobody.
It's going to get cut off by GTA. It's going to get cut off by COD, and whatever else comes out in October, November.
Oh, it's a mad year. It's a very mad year for gaming. That is for sure. But we could waffle on about Fable to our heart's content on how we either want it in 2026 or we want it in 2027. And I will apologise again for me not talking as much as normal for the sheer fact of I'm trying not to cook my laptop. And it seems to be all right now. I've shut down all my web pages other than the one that's got the call on it to go onto the stream. And it seems to be fine. So it's a mad year. But the one reason I brought you on, Aero, is because I know you love playing Call of Duty.
Yep. Sadly.
And Call of Duty's in the news again. Well, some people might think it's a good thing. Some people might think it's a bad thing. But what do you think about Call of Duty skipping Game Pass for Modern Warfare 4?
So, like I told you,
down the rabbit hole.
Down the rabbit hole, I went for like 2.5 hours. I was connecting all these dots. I'm like, because the main thing people are saying is that COD is a leech or Game Pass is a leech for Call of Duty for physical sales. Supposedly in 2024 they lost, I think it was 300 million from it being Black Ops 6 being on Game Pass, and then lost my train of thought.
The flop that is Black Ops 7.
Yeah, and then shoot, I just lost my train of thought really bad. I had a whole spiel and everything.
Oh. You were saying about how much money they're losing with Game Pass.
So I keep hearing that there's some type of port for a Call of Duty game that's supposed to be coming to the Switch 2. Apparently, it's been close to being ready since January. I'm wondering, instead of pulling COD off of Game Pass, if they can put out a good portable full experience of COD on the Switch 2. And they can even if they only get 1 to 2 million in sales the first year that they do this, 2%, you take 2% of that for microtransactions, they've already plugged the leak with money on that, and they can keep doing things business as usual. But also too, every year if the Switch 2 consistently gets good ports, that's more revenue that Xbox is taking in.
Yeah. I did not know that they were trying to put it on Switch 2, if I was to be perfectly honest, because obviously I don't cover Nintendo unless if a major article comes up. And I know it annoys Matt in chat because he's like Switch mad, very much Switch mad. All he keeps going on about in work, because, I work with a guy, is Switch. But, I don't know. Call of Duty skipping Game Pass. Now, part of me is like, good idea. It's full revenue for Microsoft on both sides of the line. PlayStation funneling, what is it, 70% to be taken back off PlayStation. Well, that's a lot of money.
Smart thing to do. Bring back the Game Pass discount instead of it being a Game Pass, discount it.
Or could it be a case of with these new tiers that they're potentially going to be throwing at Game Pass? Could they have a Call of Duty tier? Because Asha is one of these. I think she's going to spread Game Pass. I don't think it's going to be a case of, here's the discount to your Game Pass. It's too expensive. We're just going to drop the price. That is not going to happen for love nor money. Could we have an a la carte type of Game Pass subscription where you get to pick and choose what you have? So if you want Call of Duty, you pay an extra $5 or something like that, and you get to pick and choose your first party titles.
That could work, but that they would have to do a lot on the back end. Especially, first thing first, they would have to change the tiers to names that don't suck. Sorry, I just had to be blunt.
That's not going to happen. It's Microsoft. They can't figure that out. As we were saying before, what are they going to call this? The Helix, But no, I think with taking it out of Game Pass makes sense from a money aspect. Yes, it will bring the price of Game Pass down because they're not having to put this big title in there. But then they kind of will be in the position where they contradict themselves a little bit because it's a first-party publisher that's not in Game Pass.
And that's why I brought up the idea of COD specifically. If you have Game Pass, offer like a 10% discount. So that way, instead of the game being $70, if you have Game Pass, game's $60. And then, the first year or two, people are going to be pissed off about it. But once that news gets out of the cycle after 2 or 3 years, it'll be business as usual, just like back in the day with the COD exclusivity with Xbox. Xbox players got all the DLC a month early. Now everything's parity.
Yeah, that's a valid point. I don't think about it like that, really. Now, on the other aspect of it, I like it in Game Pass. For the sheer fact of they've not exactly hit anything out of the ballpark with Call of Duty in a long time. Black Ops 6 was okay. The campaign was good. You could tell that was a raving game from start to finish.
Yeah.
I think the only way COD's going to get better, if I was to be perfectly frank, is they need to stop doing Infinity Ward and Sledgehammer.
Yep.
Stop doing every 12 months. Lock that into one developer. Because they're muddying the waters. It's watered down. And as I saw, I think, was it your comment in Discord about Omni movement?
Yep.
Ground that game back in reality. That is the only way you are going to push COD past where it is now. And that's the bit that I'm worried about if they take it out of Game Pass. Yes, you're going to have that issue where you're shelling out $70 on a game. But if you look at Black Ops 7, how many people were a little bit disappointed with their $70 purchase? Because that game, I installed it for all of about 5 minutes and went, no.
And that's another reason why I think that Black Ops 7 would be the perfect catalyst as a tester for the Switch 2. Because like I said, rumors have been, they're older rumors like 78 was saying in chat, but it doesn't change that Nintendo or Xbox has a deal with Nintendo for 10 years to have parity with COD. It's been 3 years. COD has not even been mentioned by Nintendo.
Wow.
So, I mean, they test that, and then that way it gives them a running board that they, like, okay, a lot of people didn't like Black Ops 7, so if this port doesn't do great, who cares? It gives them a starting basis for ports going forward to the system.
I think they've got a lot of different options to go down. Obviously, she wants to mix up Game Pass anyway.
Yeah.
Call of Duty is probably the best way of mixing it up. But I do think that she's going to go down this a la carte because she's saying in a lot of her interviews that she wants to add more value to Game Pass.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what they were trying to do with the Fortnite and Ubisoft Plus. I personally think if they're going down this whole exclusivity issue that they don't know what they're doing with that, limit it to 6 months on Game Pass. Drop it onto Game Pass for 6 months. After 6 months, when it gets its PlayStation release, it comes out of Game Pass, just like they did with Stalker 2. Stalker 2 was Xbox exclusive. It was on Game Pass. 12 months after its launch, it was then released on PlayStation, and it was pulled out of Game Pass.
See, the issue with that, though, you kind of end up going down the rabbit hole of how PlayStation had to handle the, what was it? With PC ports, with PC bros just saying, oh, well, no, I'm not going to get it on I'm not going to buy a PS5 just to play this game. I'll just wait for it to come out on PC.
Yeah.
You'd be hurting your own bottom line by being like, oh, well, if you don't want to play it on, if you want to play it on Game Pass, you have 6 months, but after that, oh, well, you might as well just go ahead and wait 6 months and get a PS5 and buy it on there instead of paying us 6 months worth of Game Pass just to say you played it and then you have to buy it anyways.
Yeah, but most games are like that, aren't they? With their exclusive, if they're locked into Game Pass for a certain amount of time, there's still this whole notion that, I'll just play it on PlayStation when it comes out. But we all know that that's fallen on its backside with how Starfield's performed. That's been in Game Pass. It's gone out on PlayStation and it's just completely fell on its face. I don't think they've had the only decent game they've put over on PlayStation was Forza Horizon 5.
And that was a shocking, surprising hit that they were like, oh, wow, that actually did good? Yeah. And it's like, it's a good open world racing game. What did you expect? I liked what Noisy Mofo said.
Yeah, I've just noticed, Noisy Mofo, you haven't been in chat for an absolute age, mate. Episode 14, I don't think I've seen you for weeks. I know you're busy and all the rest of it and the time differences and all that, but here you go. You can have it. You're welcome. But yeah, what is that? Remember the good old days when renting games?
I think PlayStation tried to do that at one point.
I don't know if you had it in this. I think you probably had it over there in the States. Love Film. Or something similar. You go on, you rent your game online, they post you the disc.
Oh, yeah, Gamefly.
Yeah, but we had like Love Film over here.
Yeah.
Well, you've seen my gamer score on Xbox. How do you think I got that gamer score? I rented a lot of games. Game Pass is technically that.
Yeah.
You're just paying a subscription. It's just from renting physical media, we're now paying a subscription, no different to Netflix, Prime.
Yeah, they've just worded it differently to where we don't see it as that, but that's pretty much exactly what it is.
But it is an interesting one for you. Do you think pulling Call of Duty out of Game Pass actually lowers its value?
See, with Call of Duty, it depends on, do you love it or do you hate it? If you hate it, no matter what they do with COD, you're not going to like it. So if it's in there, it's just like people that don't play a lot of Fortnite when Game Pass went up to $30. It's like, well, why is my Game Pass going up? I don't play Ubisoft games. I don't play Fortnite. I'm being penalized for reasons I don't even use it for.
Yeah. And it's just one of them. I think they're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place when it comes to Call of Duty. Because I can see both sides of the coin. You know, if you take it out of Game Pass and you only sell the title, you're making pure profit. If you put it in Game Pass, you're advertising Game Pass with a major first-party title. It's a rock and a hard place.
But the thing is, though, they sit there and complain about sales, but it's like, wait. We hear year over year that the game sales itself isn't the cash cow. It's the microtransactions. So, okay, yeah, so some of your sales got cannibalized by Game Pass. What did your microtransaction market look like?
Yeah. They don't... The thing is, that's the thing. Microsoft never released this data for us to see.
No.
I don't know. It's... Don't know if I see it skipping. I see it dropping in Game Pass day one.
Same.
I think they'd be robbing themselves of a lot of subscribers to Game Pass she's constantly going on about Game Pass at the moment. I think if she pulls that out of Game Pass,
It's a weird look. It's like, whoa, right turn out of nowhere.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a sticky one. I personally would love it in Game Pass because I'm a Game Pass subscriber, even though they put the prices up. I have not cancelled my subscription because, if I was to be perfectly honest, they're putting some damn good games into Game Pass over the last 6 months. Since they upped, what was it? When was it they upped the prices? Was it about October time? October, November?
Believe so.
Since then, they have dropped some seriously good titles. At the start of the show, we're talking about Disco Elysium. I own it on Steam. It's either Steam or Epic Games. I got it for free. But obviously, don't really do a lot of gaming on my laptop. And they drop it in Game Pass. I'm hooked. It's a perfect thing to just dive in to a game and go, if I don't like it, uninstall. Or you've got the other one of cloud gaming, especially on your console. Boot it up in cloud. If you don't like it, you haven't wasted your time. Done. Easy as that. I just think it's one of them. I can see the pros and the cons of both.
And it's ultimately like, okay, it's basically, I can give my opinion all day long, but what are they going to end up actually doing?
Yeah, kind of stuck. Noisy Mofo, hey brother, haven't really been online much. Late night is easier for me to catch. Yeah, it's the joys. You should have seen how much fun it was with the dear Americans going into summertime a whole 2 weeks before me. That wasn't fun.
That first week was hilarious because as soon as I saw that you, like, you know, when you put up a video, you're going live or whatever, you get the coming soon or whatever, and I'm like, wait, 5 p.m.? Why did he change the time? And then 5 p.m. you're like, oh, well, we haven't done our clocks go forward yet. I'm like, way to go.
I had it with
across the pond.
I had it with Red Wolf, you know, when he was in live chat, and I'm like, dude, are you sure you clicked the time right on your schedule? And it's like, oh, the clocks. Oh dear. Yep. Didn't I look like a bit of a wally? But it is what it is. But yeah, Game Pass, Call of Duty, I don't know. I honestly do not know where they're going to go with this.
They could literally, if they pull it out, they rip the Band-Aid off, and it's like this is the last big doom and gloom thing we're doing to Xbox. We told you we're doing a complete reset. This is unfortunately part of that reset.
Yeah.
It's all about how they word it to the fans.
I don't know. I am literally, when I read the article, and I was like, really? Are they going to go down this route? I don't know. It's
because they can't go exclusive with it because they got too many legalities in different countries that they said, hey, if y'all let us buy this, we will not do this, this, and this. So exclusivity is off the table for COD.
There you go, Noisy Mofos in chat. Just put it in after 3 months.
Most people dip off after that point.
I think it's one of them, unless you had the stats for how many people play Call of Duty for the multiplayer aspect and how many people play it for the single player, you kind of, I don't know where to go, because that's what will sway Ash's decision. If it's a case of more people are playing in multiplayer, take it out of Game Pass. We'll make more money selling copies because people want to play multiplayer. If more people are playing the single player side, then you can see them going, well, let's leave it in Game Pass, because more people are just logging onto Game Pass, playing the campaign for 6 hours and uninstalling it. Might dabble in multiplayer for a month.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a very sticky one. Very sticky.
Yeah, because there's so many different directions it can go. We can sit here and speculate till the cows come home, but it's ultimately just going to be, okay, well, what group of people within the Xbox ecosystem do they want to piss off, or are they okay with pissing off?
It's like Seth Monsters, no reason, just have a whale tier. Yeah. I think they should have a tier that, I've said before, put Ubisoft Plus, not this stupid classics. Put the whole goddamn thing in.
Yeah.
If they're opening Helix up, if Helix is this big, blur the lines, PC hybrid, you can play Steam on it, play GOG on it. Put a whale tier on. Everything in there. Have your Ubisoft subscription, have your Fortnite if you want to go and play something coloured in crayon. Put them all in. And charge somebody $30 a month for it. I think if you had all of that value in Game Pass, people would be going, I don't care that I'm paying $30 a month.
I think what they need to do is have a, like you were saying, a whale tier for their like big games, like your Call of Duties, when the next Halo drops. But then also have one that's like, well, I don't want to play those, but the people that do, it's like, okay, well, you're going to pay more.
Yep.
Have the $30 tier be here's the whole kit caboodle, and then have a $15 tier that's, hey, here's most of our first party stuff. If you want to play COD or Halo, you got to upgrade or wait.
I think that'd be interesting. Well, I'll say it now. I think that's where the way she's going to go. I think that's what we're going to get announced. I say Summer Showcase, that's going to get announced. I reckon that's when they're going to go, right, this is the Xbox Game Pass tiers. This is what you're going to get. These are the deals we've made. Because obviously in the background there's this whole Netflix deal. There's loads of things in the pipeline with regards to Game Pass. And obviously Call of Duty is just a speck compared to what they could do with it.
And anyone thinking Game Pass is going away anytime soon, it's not. They're making too much money. Like the way that they may word things sometimes may make it seem like they're not making money. They're making money hand over fist on Game Pass. They're just now starting to invest more into it to where they can get more people into it because they're starting to learn to make money, you got to spend money.
Yeah, well, they're actually using Bill Gates' motto, even though he's not there, because as much as not a lot of people like Bill Gates and he has kind of lost the plot as he's got older, his motto back in the day was, you can't make it unless you spend it. How do you think they now have Windows in every business on the planet? Linux is kind of just gone, there you go, we're just going to move over there, and then you've got the Apple Mac, and that got pushed over that way.
Yep.
Every laptop you see, Windows. And you can see it, family plan in the chat. It is not going to happen.
Great.
It's not going to happen. The people would abuse the hell out of family plan. That is why it has not been implemented.
Yep.
You'd be passing that around from pillar to post. Your neighbour 3 doors down, your cousin halfway across the country, all logging in. No, that is why you have your 5 Xbox Home transitions per year. They control who you are sharing Game Pass and your multiplayer experience with. They're clever. That's a really good way of locking you in. Family plan? No.
Honestly,
I
could see them doing a duo plan. I mean, you could already game share with one other person.
Yeah.
Why not give people that game share a way to... Because most people aren't going to use it that way. It's going to be people that have families that need 2+ Game Pass accounts. Boom, middle ground.
Yeah, I paid for 2 because... Well, I did pay for 2 because I had my Xbox Game Pass subscription and obviously the partner had hers. And it does become a bit pricey. Everything over here is like $23.99. So you got to think that that's the price of one game.
Yep.
But the way that I add it up in my head is I'm paying $23.99 twice, but I've got access to 100+ games at my leisure whenever I want.
Yeah.
You can, yeah. One of them. Seth Monsters, I've just successfully installed Xbox mode on my Lenovo P50 laptop.
Sweet. Right. I know I'll be tinkering with tonight. I was waiting for that to come out. I hadn't seen any announcements that it was officially across all Windows 11 PCs now.
No, I'm going to have to check mine. I haven't opened the Xbox app on this thing for ages. Ooh, I have to have a play. But yeah, we could literally talk this till the cows come home with Call of Duty and Game Pass. Personally, I don't think they're going to take it out. I think it'd be the stupidest thing they've done. I think they shoot themselves in the foot. But it looks like we're going to have a lot of massive announcements when it comes to Game Pass. As I said, what do you reckon? Same as me, Aero? Summer Showcase?
Yeah.
grumbling the customers. But yeah, it's been a good show tonight, hasn't it? As much as I've
Great
been
show.
bouncing around, trying not to set my house on fire with a laptop. But yeah, there's. I don't know if anyone in chat's noticed. Have you noticed the layout's changed? I haven't got Funky Playbox in the chat to go, oh, you look bigger this week. He's probably too busy getting drunk. Seth Monsters, the update unlocks it, and then it will push you as the schedule. Oh, okay.
Sweet. All right. Well, I guess I'll be looking into that.
Yeah.
I'll let you know what I find.
That's probably why my laptop's saying CPU overloaded. But yeah, there's a lot to look forward to. You got, as we've talked about tonight, you've got Cthulhu coming out on Thursday. Aero, probably going to be picking that up. Probably. Don't look like you're going to be from.
It probably won't be a day one, but I'll at least look into it at some point.
Yeah, I'm going to be picking it up. So there will be a review coming to the channel. Obviously, same day as Cthulhu, drop-in is the Metro 2039 reveal. Oh, it just confuses me because I'm so used to saying 2033.
Yep.
But that's on Thursday, so that's something else to look forward to. Obviously, what else did we talk about tonight? I'm waiting for my ticket to roll past because
We talked about the Switch 2 with the delay.
Yeah, delay for 007 on Switch 2. So if you're a Switch 2 owner, oh, shame. You're going to have to wait a bit longer or play it on a big boy console.
Put your money where your mouth is.
78 Ink in chat looks like a news channel. Thank you very much. I spent about 2 hours doing this, and my missus is like, why? Why not? But yeah, Fable being delayed, we've talked about tonight because of GTA 6 and whether or not it's going to happen. We gave our thoughts and our feelings on that one. I personally think they might keep it 2027 side. I think a lot of the games we're looking forward to in 2026 might start getting pushed.
Well,
to
I mean,
27.
with 2027 though, I mean 2027 is already starting to get booked. It's like, where are y'all going to put all these games? Like, we're not even halfway through 2026 and you're already booking out 2027. Was Metallica on tour?
Seth Monsters, you just every time somebody mentions GTA, delay it. You'll definitely not be back. You're not one of these that's buying GTA on launch day. Oh dear. But yes, and then the big topic of the night, Call of Duty and Game Pass. But we could go down this rabbit hole for hours and hours, and I don't have the stamina that Mag has to sit here for 6 hours. My bum is already numb. As much as this gaming chair cost me an absolute fortune, it is the most uncomfortable thing to sit in for a long period of time. So yes, when I guest spot straight after this on like Red Wolf's channel, you just got to think I walk around the room for 15 minutes. It's like, oh, get some blood rushing back in. But
I'll have to send you the chair I have. And actually, I'm a bigger dude, and I've noticed a night and day difference between this one and any other chair I've used.
I'm actually tempted just to buy a donut. Just to ease the pressure. But Grandpa Barbecue, have they confirmed if Helix has a disk drive?
I don't think so.
I wouldn't say. Well,
I got a feeling if they do, it'll be an add-on. I think PlayStation and Xbox will both treat disk drives as additional accessories, not built into the hardware itself.
Me personally, if you think about Helix as being an open platform, which it's going to be, are they unlocking all the peripherals? Are they unlocking it so that you don't have to have an Xbox certified console pad to play a game? If they're opening the system up, I've got a feeling you could plug in any USB DVD tray. Off you go.
Because they're all USB at this point. As long as it has one USB port.
Oh, 78 Ink. Thanks, you muppet. Put some pillows in the chair.
Yeah, come on, man.
Oh, like I haven't tried that one. Oh dear. Look, it's one of them. It's the pain that we go through to bring you a show. You You should see us, both of us. I bet Aero's the same. When you get up off that chair, you go, "Oh, where's my sofa?"
Yeah, you can't see it. We're using AI right now. We're sweating profusely. You just can't see it.
Yep. Yep. The head's dry. Look, shiny. Smokes. Noisy mofo.
This is a family stream, man.
Well, kind of. Only when I let my son watch them. Drop some smoke. Oh, chat, you are awesome. You really are. I set you guys up. I set the chat up ready for Magcast later on this evening. I just get just stir that pot. Right, get you ready for Magcast. Right, go. Yeah. That would mean VR on Helix if they did that. Yes, Grandpa Barbecue, that will mean you will be getting VR on the Helix. Noisy mofo, don't worry about it, mate. It's one of them. Do not worry. If I was to be perfectly honest, noisy mofo, with that whole comment about smoke some dope.
Give me a hell yeah! What? What?
Yeah. Everyone in their life has at least participated once. If they haven't, they're lying. Oh dear. Where are we going with this show tonight?
We're having our own after party.
Yeah. And my CPU's fine. It's not cooking. I'm going to have to start writing it down by pen all my topics so I don't have to use web pages.
Or the sweet talking goes good, and you can use a notepad on your new PC.
Yeah, and if you don't see me for a while, it means you just hit me with something hard. And the word was no. Well, we'll find out, won't we? But
Blink
yeah.
twice if you need help. There's one.
Yeah, if you see a load of random numbers on Discord, it's me. Oh dear. That's the best soundboard clip ever. It is Noise Mofo. I've got loads on it. Let's find one. Which one do I have specifically for Mag?
Where'd you go? Hey!
No, not this one.
Hey, where'd you go?
Well, that one when he doesn't jump into me chat. But when
Hope you like Italian.
oh yes. I've only ever caught him once in the chat with that one. But we know Mag's busy. Yeah. He takes his son.
Doing all the things.
Oh, that dude is on fire at the moment, and congratulations to him as well for hitting his milestone for his LA trip for the showcase. But there's not much more we can talk about tonight. Obviously, mentioning the showcase, I will try and sort out not cooking my laptop and get a stream up. And Aero, are you going to join me for a live show watching the showcase and falling off of our chairs in absolute anticipation for what's coming next?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
You know about the showcase in June, right?
Yeah, the showcase in June. Yeah, we'll sort something out and we'll be live streaming it. I've already got some ideas for a layout so that we're not taking up too much of the screen. So if Funky Playbox watches after the fact, you just have to suffer. Just the way it is. But yeah, it's been a good show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got anything else going on this week with the channel?
With the channel, not really. I might do a video about Metro and my thoughts and feelings on it when it's revealed on Thursday. But I have one of these. One weekend I'm working, one weekend I've got my son, and it's kind of like,
Gotcha.
it's his bedroom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, as much as I'd just love to go out, yeah, kind of got to balance family life and this content creation. That's why you haven't seen many videos on the channel lately. But yes, there will be a review for Cthulhu. Yes, I know you've been. It's that. How do I put it? It's that lull before the storm. That is June. So. Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah.
I'm looking forward to Mouse PI later on this week.
Oh.
I'll definitely be streaming that on YouTube.
I will jump into your chat when you're streaming it because I've just got too many games to play. Plus Disco Elysium, that's just taking up the time. Cthulhu is going to take up some time as well. But yeah, there's just too many games and not enough time. That is the problem we have got, and it's going to get worse.
Throughout the year, yep. This is the calm before the storm. The hurricane is on track. It's hitting.
78 Inc. You honestly think that I can stream a game on this laptop?
Like, again, if the sweet talking goes good, you won't be on the laptop.
That is true, but 78, because, I'm not in work tomorrow, I'm not in work on Thursday, so Aero, if you're up for it, mate, Wednesday night after I've slept off podcast Tuesday, we'll jump into the lobby on Discord. But yeah, 78, dude,
Yeah,
if I
definitely.
streamed a game on this laptop, I've been watching my CPU cook doing this. Did you really think that I can stream a game on this? If you want to see this beard singe, yeah, it'd be funny. But yeah, there's episode 14. Oh god, Seth Monster's Kiln,
Oh, Seth and
really?
Kiln. I'll try it. If it's on Game Pass. I think it is.
Make pottery. And 78, that is exactly what would happen to my laptop if I decided to stream games on it, mate.
Because it's already almost doing it now.
Hang on, it's just, it's
We're just talking.
pretty cool. Hang on, let's just have a giggle. Let's pull my task manager up. Where's my, what have we got on the graph? It's only at 54.
Oh.
Yeah, we're doing all right. It's fine. But yeah, episode 14. Hope you enjoyed it all. Thank you for coming, Aeronation. But before we go,
Yeah, thanks
tell
for having me.
everyone who's watching and anyone that watches after the fact who you are and what you've got planned, my friend.
Yeah, so I'm Aeronation. I stream on YouTube and Twitch, and I also do content on YouTube for games that come out and gameplay and funny moments and anything that really just tickles my fancy when it comes to content creation. And like I said earlier, this week, Mouse PI for Hire comes out. I will be streaming that. I don't know what time it comes out, but if it comes out at midnight, I will definitely be doing a midnight release stream for that game, or whatever time it comes out. But you can find me on YouTube or X at the Aeronation, and I try to post updates on that when I'm doing stuff and when stuff changes.
That's awesome, mate. I will definitely be jumping into your live streams when you have them on. It's always a laugh in chat, especially when Iron Ball starts rolling a load of his jargon. Yeah, unfortunately, I've not had the privilege of him in Discord yet, so we will have to see when that happens. Yes, there you go. Can't you, Grandpa Barbecue? I'll show my ignorance. Can't you stream from your Xbox? It's
To Twitch, yes.
To
YouTube, no.
I don't do Twitch. I hate it. Twitch and Discord are easy, Seth Monsters. They may be, but they're GPU sensitive. this laptop's just not cut for it. Aeronation
need
knows
capture
the specs. Yeah, it's something I'll look into once I've got a streaming PC, and hopefully with Helix I won't have that issue. And stream straight to YouTube from the console, just like you can from PlayStation.
Xbox has always had an issue with that, though.
Yeah, but it's an
With
open
YouTube.
system. It's an open system.
That's also true.
You can
OBS native?
well, the world is
Who
your
knows?
oyster. But yeah, I've not got a lot coming to the channel. Obviously, Metro on Thursday. I might do a video on my thoughts and feelings on that. A review for Cthulhu in the near future. Obviously, I baited Resident Evil because I just haven't got time to do a review. 8.5, awesome game, pretty as hell. Turned everything back on now; it doesn't crash. But yeah, the reason it's got the 8.5 is mainly because it crashed a lot. But yeah, glad you enjoyed yourself, Aeronation.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I always
That's
love
all
coming
right.
on GNL, and man, me and you have really good conversations where every 5 seconds we go off on a tangent and we
Yeah.
bring it back around somehow.
Well, you never know. We'll make it a little bit more frequent. Every couple of weeks I'll pull you on because it's an absolute blast to have somebody on chat. Because when you're doing it solo, and I know Red Wolf struggles, bless him. It's not easy doing the solo show because you're
No,
literally
no.
sitting there going, like, what am I waffling about?
Yep.
Hmm.
What can I talk about? Oh, is
Yeah.
anyone in here? Oh, what do they talk about? Okay, well, also, hey, I got this going on too.
Yeah. They're okay when you know the topics that you're doing are not a debatable topic. But when when you need a bit of back and forth, you need somebody in. But yeah, I'll always hit you up, Aeronation. Don't you worry about that. But yeah, there's episode 14. Hope you all enjoyed it. Chat, you've been absolutely insane tonight. We've had
Thank you, chat.
7 concurrent viewers and 31 views. So that's actually the highest I think I've had live. So thank you very much. Yeah. But yeah, remember to hit that like button on the way out. If you've enjoyed it, subscribe. Aeronation's link will be put in the link, or link him in the description below. I completely forgot to put it in before I started the stream. It will get put in once I can get into the editor after we're finished. Timestamps will be coming probably tomorrow once it's uploaded, because I'm one of these. I can't sit here with a pen and paper going, oh, how long have I been on for? Doesn't work like that. I just scrub the video in YouTube and just type them in.
Yep.
But yep, there's episode 14. Hope you've all enjoyed it. And we'll see you again next week for another episode of Gaming News Live. So weather the storm. I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.
Going, guys.
Humans, what have you learned?